Sometimes I think it's like because I'm a woman, when people come to do things for me or drop things off, they think that they can get away with like not really doing their job completely. I think the fridge is a perfect example of what happened. First of all, they said they didn't think it was going to fit on the base that was there. So then they measured that. It was 27, it was dead on to what the fridge is. Then they get the fridge down here and they start putting it in. They go, it's bumping the counter here. Not going to fit. It's not going to fit. And I was like, what? What do you mean it's not going to fit? I measured it before I ordered it, obviously, to make it fit. And they're like, it's tight against the wall. It's not going to fit. So then I walk over and I look at it and I pushed it up against the wall. And then I looked at the guy and I said, now it's tight against the wall. And they were like, oh, okay, yeah, it fits. But they were just willing to just be like, doesn't fit, sorry, gotta go.
What does a mom do when she wants things done right? She does it herself. Welcome to season 2 of DIY Mom. This week on DIY Mom, the kitchen is getting a major overhaul. We are ripping out the old kitchen cabinets and replacing them with gorgeous cabinets from the Midnight Collection at Home Hardware. I'm driving over to their showroom so I can order exactly what I need. To maximize the space in my small kitchen, I'm putting in as many drawers as possible. I personally love the drawers in my own kitchen, and they really make storage simple and clean. And though the price tag might be a little higher for drawers, I find it's well worth the cost in the end. Home Hardware has just launched a new collection of kitchen cabinets. I've chosen dark cabinets from the Midnight Collection for the lower part of my kitchen. My kitchen design will be dark on the bottom with white countertops and white backsplash reflecting the light up and giving the illusion that the space is larger. Fortunately for me, the cabinets I'm looking for are in stock, so it's not going to take long to receive them. The old cabinets and the appliances are all going. The old cabinets are rotten and smelly and unfortunately had a cat living in them, so those are gonna go straight into the junk bin. Appliances for a small space can be tricky to sort out, so I had to make sure that the fridge I ordered would fit. I also found a low-profile microwave and will be doing an Electrolux induction cooktop. After patching the kitty litter hole on the other side of the kitchen wall, we sprayed everything down with a bacteria killer. I'm hoping now that the old cabinets are gone, that smell will be gone for good too. Now that the cabinets have arrived and been installed, we can measure for our countertops. I'm working with Nova Tile and Marble to find an affordable solid top countertop from their leftover offcuts. This is a great way to get quality, long-lasting materials on a budget. After we find a piece from their warehouse that will work, the countertops are laser cut to fit perfectly around all the nooks and crannies and unsquare walls that come with an old building. This is key with an old apartment because it will give it a clean finish without having to do an upper lip. In my opinion, solid top countertops are always worth the extra upfront cost. The wear and the tear and the longevity of the material will pay itself off over time. Ooh, so beautiful. Love it. Nova Tile and Marble cut a hole for my Precise Sill Granite Blanco kitchen sink and my Electrolux induction cooktop. When this kitchen all comes together, we'll have a super sleek, finished look. I feel like things are finally starting to come together with this renovation. Nova Tile and Marble is here today to install my kitchen countertops, which means it actually looks like a kitchen in there. And my Blanco sink is going in right now as we speak, so I'm starting to feel that weight being lifted off my chest, like this is actually getting done. My countertop is here and it's looking fabulous. So this is going to be a nice big kitchen sink since there's no dishwasher, and a little bit of an overhang at the end of the kitchen peninsula means that the guests can sit here and eat. Because this is tiny home living in this little apartment, I want to cram as much into the small space as possible. So this will be enough to sit 2 small stools and enjoy your breakfast, lunch, or dinner. One of my favorite features in the apartment is this exposed stone and brick foundation wall. So I need to find a tile for my kitchen backsplash that won't compete with it. I'm on the hunt for a geometric shape that will add design and texture to the kitchen without overpowering the small space. I'm heading over to Wacky's Flooring Group to see if they can help me find what I'm looking for. Thanks so much for helping me, Jason.
No problem at all.
I have a few different spaces that I want to get some tile for. In my kitchen, backsplash, I'm gonna do something like counter to ceiling for the backsplash with some floating shelves from the custom millwork division.
Yep, okay.
So I would love to find a tile actually that's not a rectangle for the kitchen because I've already got a brick wall and I don't want to compete with the original brick wall. I just want to do something different there.
Okay.
I was delighted to find out that Sarah Gray has just launched a brand new triangle tile called Dress Code. And it comes in a variety of colors and textures and finishes. So I decided to go with a white high gloss finish in the Versa texture. It may be a little challenging to install, but it's going to look amazing when it's all finished. And the high gloss will reflect the light back into the apartment, and the triangle pattern will add some flair without overpowering the original stone. So it's exactly what I was looking for. I've also partnered up with Wacky's custom mill department to make floating shelves for the back wall of the kitchen. I need a custom fit to work with the odd angles and length of the room, as I really want something that will install from wall to wall. Alyssa is helping me conceptualize the design, finish, and style of the shelves, and in a few weeks, they will be built and ready to install.
So I know that we did talk about doing something in more of a natural wood tone, which I think is a great idea. I really love the contrast that it'll have against your darker lower banks of cabinets.
Yeah.
And again, I think it'll add some character to pulling that warmth from the brick wall kind of with a wood tone.
The next steps, I guess, for the shelf would be to get it all templated and lasered.
Exactly.
And then to have it built. And how long do you think it would take to get those built?
That'll take a few days.
Yeah.
People don't think about this, but your wall, especially older walls, they change as you know throughout the walls. We'll actually template it for the height that the shelf will sit at to make sure that we have the right angles on either side.
With my countertops installed, we can now get to work on tiling. But first, my custom shelves are finished and ready to be installed. This is the first chance I've had to see them, so I sure hope they work with the space. One long floating shelf. When you're working on a renovation that is old and you're dealing with an old building, it's great when you get custom work done like this because it's gonna fit and it's gonna look perfect and you won't notice that the walls aren't square. As opposed to getting something that's stock or off a shelf, when you put it into an unsquare room, it really shows the fact that the room is not squared. So custom work like this is gonna hide that imperfection. Both of you have to come out on the same plane right out there. I don't know if it's gonna fit, but I sure hope so because it'd be great to get this done today. As you can see, there's a lot of chaos going on in here right now, and we need to get these things done before we can move on to the tiling, and then we need the tiling to get done so we can get the appliances in and the lighting in. So, you know, it'd be great if we could make it fit. Ooh, what are you cutting? We had a bit of a struggle to get the shelves to fit, but now that they're finally in, they look great, they're secure, and we're ready to start tiling. The tiles go on easily, and with a little bit of focus, I can get the pattern right. It's best to stand back and take a look at your work as you go along to make sure that your line isn't drifting. It's starting to look like we're nearing the end of this renovation, but there's just so many little things that still need to get done. All my light fixtures need to go in, still needs to be painted. I've got to grout a few places, and every day that this place is not online is costing me money from this point out, so I need to get it done. When I was over at Wacky's, I picked out some affordable pendants and sconces for the kitchen from Mitzi, and now Coulter Electric is here to help me install them. After a quick lesson on basic electrical skills, I was able to actually install the sconces on my own. I'm using warm gold tones and aged brass throughout the apartment to keep with that historic feel. The switches and plugs that we've installed from Adorn really add to the space by blending in beautifully with the backsplash and not distracting at all from my design. I have a few final touches up my sleeve to really warm up the room. I got a square vinyl rug from Spitzer & Company that I ordered from Bellissimo. I'm obsessed with these vinyl floor coverings. They add texture, style, design, and they lay flat on the ground. They don't have any wear and tear to them, and they're great for high traffic areas like entrances or kitchens or commercial spaces. So I'm hooked on these vinyl rugs. It looks great here. And now that I've got my kitchen supplies from Home Hardware, I'm hoping my guests will really feel at home here at the East Coast Oasis. Now all that's left to do is finish the staging and photograph the space.
It's crucial to have really nice professional pictures for your Airbnb rental to sell that place, to make it stand out above all the other listings and to get the highest dollar value for your rental. So I've got Matt McMullen here this morning taking pictures. Hopefully I'll have some really beautiful indoor shots of this apartment that I can put online and list this place.
The kitchen was definitely the biggest project in this whole renovation, but what a transformation. The history and charm is all here, but now we have a super sleek, functional, small kitchen with appliances that are perfect for short-term guests. Next time, we are digging into the most important room for your Airbnb guests, the bedroom. It needs to be cozy, comfortable, and stylish. And I've got some simple ideas up my sleeve that are gonna add a big wow factor.